The Buffalo Bills are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars this Sunday in London, England. And it should be a great game. Here are the three things I encourage you to look for during the game. First of all, how tired or sluggish are the Bills going to come out in the game? Because they just flew on Thursday evening to England, long flight, and Jacksonville was already there because they played there last week. I don't know who scheduled this. Doesn't really seem fair or equitable, but Jacksonville playing back-to-back games there. Of course, they've been in a hotel for 2 weeks. That's not exactly great either, but I think it's really unfortunate that one team's going to have a little jet lag going in. And Josh Allen, in his press conference today, admitted he was feeling down or sluggish from the flight as he wasn't able to get much sleep on the plane. And Jordan Phillips is a picture I saw of him. He looked exhausted. But some of the other guys like Diggs and Von Miller looked like they were fine. I think they're more used to traveling like that. So, maybe this won't be a big deal, but it is something to look for and see if the Bills have a problem with that compared to a team that's already been there and is used to the time more. So that's one thing. The second thing is the Bills have some injuries on defense to look at. And that's not a good week to have injuries on defense because I think Jacksonville has a pretty good offense. So let's talk about that offense a little bit. They do have Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. He's a pretty good young quarterback. ETN is the one I would worry about at running back. I think he's really, really quality running back. The Bills have faced a couple of quality running backs already this year and have been able to shut them down. So hopefully they'll continue that trend. Ingram is another good player on their offense, just to name a few guys. And, it'll be interesting to see how the Bills are going to shut down that offense because, again, back to the injuries on defense. Greg Rousseau is not going to be able to play in this game. We're going to be missing Groot as he has been having a great season so far and putting pressure on the quarterback. But I think they are going to get Von Miller back for this game. Now, Von probably won't be playing 100% as he's not quite back into football playing shape yet, just coming off the long injury reserve from his knee injury last year on Thanksgiving when they played Detroit. Now, Von will be able to get some snaps, but we're going to need to see some pressure from some of the other defensive linemen and have them step up. The other injury is that I'm concerned about, especially after the Trey White devastating season-ending injury last week, is to Christian Benford. Christian Benford hurt his shoulder in the game last week versus Miami and has been limited at practice most of this week. He is listed as questionable for the game on Sunday, and we will see how that goes. Now, as I've said on these videos over and over again, I love Jackson. I love Benford. Obviously, I love White. We're going to miss him no matter what. And I love Elam. So all of them starting quality corners in the NFL. So Elam is going to play this week for sure, as he's been a healthy scratch for this season so far, just because the other guys have been playing so great too. So we're going to have to see Elam step up, Jackson step up for sure, and hopefully Christian can play as well there at the corner position to help shut down that offense of Jacksonville, which again, I think they have a pretty quality offense. They've got some stars over there on that side of the ball. And then the other thing that the Bills will need to do, and the final thing, is number 41 on Jacksonville. They have their own Josh Allen. He plays defense for them. He leads the NFL in sacks with 6. Last time the Buffalo Bills played Jacksonville, he had a sack, an interception, and a fumble recovery. And the game was 9-6. So he pretty much won the game with all those turnovers and things. So they've got to find a way to shut him down. Josh Allen on defense for the Jaguars is is definitely got to be a focal point. There's not too many players that have played NFL football that you only need to really make sure that you're defending that one guy. And I'm not saying that Jacksonville doesn't have other good players. They've got Lloyd and a few other big-name players on their defense, but I am saying that Josh Allen is a step up of a player from, even a Pro Bowl player. I think he's better than some Pro Bowl players. So anyway, that's a player they have to key on and make sure that he doesn't do what he's been doing so far this year and what he did to us last time we played him. So I got to focus a little bit on him. So those are the three things. Make sure there's no tiredness or lag coming into the game. And with that, it goes off of don't just sit on your laurels of beating the Dolphins last week. You've got to come out strong each and every week. Each week's a new game. The second thing is how to work with the players we've got. And we've got players that can step up and do this. But we will miss Rousseau and may miss Christian Benford. And definitely going to miss Trey White, obviously. So how do we shut down that pretty good offense with those players missing? And then how do we make sure that Josh Allen, on Jaguars Josh Allen, doesn't crush us? So those are the three things I want to look for and key on during this game. And I do think the Bills will come out with a victory if they can make sure that all three of those things are addressed. So with that, I say, go Bills. And remember, God loves you, and so do I.